Greetings and welcome to Live Your Song, building businesses that make a difference. My name's Cheyenne Kramer and this is my better half.
Don Kramer. Hello, everyone.
And we come to you each week on this network to give you ideas, to give you tips, to give you concepts, and sometimes to give you real live examples about the concept of living your song. What is that song in your heart that if you took it out and did something with it, you might not only be able to build a business, but what about building a business that actually makes a difference in the world?
That's a good concept.
I think so. So that kind of leads me to what we want to kind of chat briefly with you today about. I had the opportunity to be on a webinar late last week, and I just loved how the presenter ended that webinar. So I'm going to take his quote and I'm going to start our podcast today with this.
Oh, yeah.
It's quite the question for you.
Yep.
Think about this. Are you a difference maker or are you a drama watcher?
Wow. You might have to explain that a little bit there. Make sure everybody understand that.
For sure. Well, think about it. There's been some crazy stuff going on around the country and even around the world in the past week. What kinds of stuff have you been noticing?
The deadly, the flu-like coronavirus.
Oof, yep, that's been in the news all over the place. Anything else that you've been kind of watching and tracking?
Oh, always politics. You want to get into that mess.
I'd rather
I hate that,
not. I'd
but it's
rather
in the
not.
news a lot.
Well, it is. But then there's that thing that everybody watches that goes up and goes down and up,
Oh,
and
that has something to do with the coronavirus
it is related at
and
this
the
point.
stock market. Hey, you like
Mm-hmm.
that roller coaster ride?
Not really.
Thrills every hour.
Well, but the point of it is that it's another one of those things where we're watching the drama unfold all the time, right? And I even was made aware last week, I kind of had seen some of this in the news, but I didn't realize, I hadn't connected all the dots in my head. I ended up hearing that there were like a number of very well-known CEOs who stepped
Yes.
down from companies over the last month or two.
Big companies too.
Yep. So it's like, okay,
Mm.
so did they all voluntarily leave their cushy jobs? Or was there something pushing them out the door that maybe we haven't even been told about yet? But the fact is, it's all craziness. You know? I mean, Lord knows, I don't want to see anybody get sick with a coronavirus or any other kind of virus for that matter. But the fact of the matter is that if all they do is have us focused on fear this, fear this, fear this, we become drama watchers and we become frozen in our tracks because
Definitely.
fearful people don't do much. They typically become quite paralyzed. And that's my fear for you at this moment. Because if you're a drama watcher, if you're just sitting on the sidelines watching all this drama go by, I wonder how much of a difference you're making in the world. Have you found that heart song yet? Do you know what you're being called to do? Have you gotten off the bleachers onto the playing field and started to do something to make a difference?
That's it. What have you done to help humanity?
That's it. I mean, business, this is part of what gets me really
Mm.
wound up when you're talking about the political scene. Is there's some factions within the political scene that want to convince you that everything about business is evil.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, it's just such an evil thing. And all these people who are rich, and aren't they awful? And I don't look at business that way. And I
Yeah.
encourage you not to either, because business is what we make it. Business can be strictly about profit and chasing the dollar, and it can encompass a whole lot of greed. But does it have to? No, not at all. You operated a business on your own for 15 years or so, and I don't think anybody would have characterized you as greedy or
No.
unethical or any of those crazy things.
Well, the thing about it is that I treated my customers like I was treating myself.
Hmm.
And if you do that, your customers are very happy. I tried to give them the most service and everything for the best price.
Hmm.
And 95 out of 100 times, I did that very successfully. There's
Absolutely.
some 5% that, even though my price was better and my service was better, they didn't know me, so they didn't do business with me.
And
That's understandable.
not everybody's going to do business with you.
No, and that doesn't bother me one bit. I mean, I'm not
Mm.
here to take everybody's business.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But there's a lot to be said for the fact that even 10 years later, you still occasionally have old customers
That's
chasing you
true.
down. So, that's when you know the business doesn't have to be evil. It doesn't have to be unethical. It doesn't have to be something that you hate. Um, Business, if it's done well and done right, is all about creating value. It's about creating solutions. It's about helping people.
That's true.
That's what business should be about.
And talking about that, there's a church that I gave great service to
Mhm,
at a very reduced rate. I mean, I was making money, I was making a profit,
mhm,
I was happy.
mhm.
They were very happy. And what happens 15 years later? They come back into our circle.
That's right, in a whole new way.
That's true. In a good way, very good way.
In a very good way, absolutely. So they actually are supporting some of our efforts at this point to be able to help the homeless in the Raleigh area.
So
So, that's what I mean. When you do business right, people will remember you, and they come back around, and maybe you can partner with them in new ways.
that's definitely right. Because I sold my business in '07, and last year I had several customers call me.
Hmm.
And this church we're talking about, it's been over at least 10, 15 years
Yeah,
since I, saved them a bunch of money. I paid money, they saved money. How
there you
can you
go.
create a better win-win situation like that? And now they're wanting to help us in a projects helping people that are homeless and really
Exactly.
down on their luck. So
Exactly.
this good things keep coming around. So I'm going to tell you, if you treat your customers like you be treated, you'll be surprised what can happen in the future.
Exactly.
Just remember though, you cannot satisfy 100% of the people.
And you shouldn't,
And don't lose sleep over it. I didn't.
no, no. Because there's some people who will actually try to twist your arm to do something
Oh,
unethical.
yes.
And, you need to stand your ground. You need to hold your ethics. You need to be, that person of integrity when you're operating a business. It's that simple. But the fact of the matter is, if you just sit around and continue to be a drama watcher, you'll never get around to being a difference maker. And you have the potential to be a difference maker, just like I have that. He has that. Every single living human being on this planet has the potential to be a difference maker. We all were born with something inside of us that is meant to be a contribution to society.
That's true.
And if you don't take the time to figure out what it is, if you allow fear to paralyze you, if you allow the drama that's being put in our face all the time to just keep you paralyzed and staring at the screen, you're never going to get to a place of making the difference that you came here to make. I always remember one of the stories that Les Brown tells, and I always repeat it to people because I feel like it's got such a powerful message. And one of his favorite questions to ask people is, do you know where the richest place in the world
That's
is?
a good question.
You remember the
Oh,
answer?
yes, I do.
And it is
The graveyard.
the graveyard, because that's where everybody goes and takes those treasures with them that were meant to be left here on the planet. So don't do that.
Here's a
It's
good little tip. You come up with a good idea, write it down.
a good start.
Start right there. You won't lose an idea. Some people actually have pen and paper by their bed when they're sleeping. They
It's
wake
true.
up in the middle of the night. Wow, this sounds great. Write it down.
You won't remember it in the
Because
morning.
you'll go back to sleep and that'll be it. So do that. Then look at it and act on it. There's no crazy idea.
Nope.
It's just if you
Nope.
don't follow through, try to make it happen, then it's a crazy idea.
It's crazy that you didn't take
That's
action.
true. That's what I'm talking about.
Because we do. It's been said before that people like Taylor Swift, man, if she doesn't write down a new song idea that she gets within 5 minutes, she'll lose it, she'll forget it. And oh my God, for her, that means there could go several $1,000,000 out the window.
Well, like people don't understand. They may not like her or you like her, doesn't matter. But when she was 18 years old, she was worth $18 million. Now, how many people out there can say for every year they're alive, they're worth $1 million?
That's true.
Today, she's in her 20s and she's worth hundreds of millions.
This is true.
Is
This
she
is
worth it
true.
or not? Who's to say? Obviously, people thought her songs and stuff were good enough that they bought them.
But the whole point is anybody
Anybody
can
can.
get a
That's
million
right.
dollar idea. And if you're just letting those ideas just flit through your mind and you're not writing them down and you're not contemplating what could you do to start taking action, and I mean start taking action now. I don't care if you don't have enough money to bring your idea to fruition. I don't care if you don't have all the team assembled. If you don't start taking action now, it's too easy to just keep putting things on the back burner, the back burner, the back
Hmm.
burner, and let all that drama watching just absorb your days.
So stop the drama watching
And become the difference maker.
because you can be. Everybody has that capability. I don't care who you are, where you're from, or anything, your religion, the color of your skin, all that stuff doesn't matter, male, female. You can be a difference maker and
That's
do it.
it. Do it.
And if anybody tells you you can't, just go like this. I've done it. Because when I was growing up, I started my own business. Everybody laughed at me. When I started making six figures, it's like, can you loan me some money? No, but I can show you how to make some money. Well, it's amazing.
Well, you shouldn't have to look very far on the good old boob tube TV to realize that the world needs your gifts. Whatever you came here to bring, the world needs your gifts now more than ever.
Definitely. And everybody has gifts.
Everybody,
Everybody.
everybody. If we all were doing what we came here to do, each one of us would be creating a little puzzle piece that would all snap together into this super puzzle.
Hmm.
And that super puzzle would be all about health, wealth, and peace for everybody on the planet. So if you're not doing your part, if you're not building your puzzle piece, then you are part of the problem.
Okay.
So enough of that for one day, but think about it. Are you ready to live your song? Stop with the drama watching, start with the difference making, and let's get involved in creating heaven on earth together.
Well, how about let's letting people know who are watching this how they can get in touch with us. I know you got more than one way to do it.
Oh, there's plenty. There's plenty. You can always, if you'd like to have just a 30-minute chat with us at any point in time, we do have a calendar out there. You can get onto a calendar to be able to talk to us. Just go to liveyoursong.club. Put your contact information in that web page, and it'll take you direct to a calendar. And you can plug yourself in there. We'll get an email directly letting us know that you would like to talk. If you'd like to be able to learn more about how this guy a few years back got out of pain and started living his life again, you can go to getyourhealthback.club and just put your information in there. You'll see his video about his very amazing comeback from a lot of pain and agony, and be able to also hear from our friend Dr. Wallach in terms of how he helps
Yeah.
people on a
And
regular basis.
here's a little secret. When you have to use a walker, it's very hard, believe me. I got experience at it. But here's another little secret. You can improve your health where you don't need one. I bet you 95% of people using a walker can get rid of that walker in 6 months or less.
Possible.
Good
Possible.
possibility.
Absolutely.
And you can look at my, my little video where I was actually using a walker.
There you
And
go.
I tell you, it's not easy to use one.
Well, we're glad you're not there now,
I'm not
because
going there again.
yeah, no. So we're very, very passionate about helping people be able to get their health back. So getyourhealthback.club, liveyoursong.club. Those are both ways you can get in touch with us. We hope to be hearing from you very soon, because we know there's a difference maker in you.
Definitely.
Have a great week, everybody.
Bye, everyone.